Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a look here at SUI, seeing what's going on. Good news is we got our little thumbs up here from my last playout chart, and it does indicate that the price is going to continue higher, which it has. So good thumbs up there. We got to double check though to make sure. It does look like we're pulling back to this 1.15, basically $1.15 mark as a potential pivot point. We're going to double check a few other key factors here and update our fibs here as well, because we want to make sure that we're in good shape here. So again, all in all, looking pretty strong here. Bullish, holding very strong here to at this 125 mark at that 0.236 fit. So we'll talk about that. If you're new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor. I love to teach people to trade. I hope you can learn something here today. If you do want to become a better trader though, keep in mind, cryptocash.tech is a site linked down below where you can learn to become a bit on the better side here. We got an awesome Discord community. Thanks again to some of our newer members here. David, Michael, appreciate you, man. You got some really cool charts. Thanks for helping out the community. Also, premium group here. Congrats. Nice little Matic short 20% in 1 day. ICP short 17% in 1 day. And then 22% in 2 days. Again, we don't have to brag about how 10,000x% return, because every day we're slowly growing our portfolio. And I don't care what you think. Actually, I do care what you think, but I hope that you don't dislike the fact that slow, steady gains are a good thing, okay? Because it is a good thing, and it's definitely something you should try to do at all times. Again, so just friendly advice. If you're following the signals, follow our signals guide so you know specifically the difference between my premium trades that I send myself, those are manually traded by me, and my premium plus group, which is monitored and maintained by my day trading bot. Okay, gets a little wonky sometimes when a Bitcoin has a massive sell-off. So again, all the more reason to read that just so you can kind of structure it effectively. But so glad this is working well for you guys and gals. So take a look here at SUI. 1 day time frame, what's going on here. So just to quickly note, worst case scenario, I like to kind of touch on that. Keep in mind when I send out my playout charts, it's typically always a worst case scenario and potentially a better case scenario. What I mean by that here is Elliott Wave is anticipating if this is the highest point in which we're going to go in this uptrend. And if we establish a lower low, the lower low could come in there's 3 or 4 ways. 0.236 is common, but less common, more so. If we don't stay above 125 today, or just say the next 24 hours, then there's a decent chance we might see this level retested. 112, $1 even, and 90 cents. Okay, so basically just every 10 cents you could see the price action be a little different there. In other words, these are key levels that the price action typically bounces off of. Right, so again, we could see one of those 3 areas. Are all of them a probability? No. Are any of them a possibility? Yes. We never truly know. This is a worst case scenario, so those are typically good dollar cost average targets. Okay. Now, outside of that, again, because we don't want to just go in with the bias that the price is going to pull back because it's because we're fulfilling an Elliott wave, we could still keep going up, right? So we never really attach ourselves to that. The same reason why you want to be careful watching too many different different portrayals of whatever coin is going to be moving in either direction, or to just overwhelm yourself with too much information. Less is more, and I try to use more standard indicators that have been around for a long time, with a few exceptions. So standard indicators to me is money flow index. This is a very standard indication of money flowing in and out of the coin. Same thing with RSI. We're coming back below 70, letting us know that we're probably below key level resistance. And then same thing as well with traditional stochastic RSI rather, that is essentially swinging down, kind of giving us the indication the price could come down further. That shift of momentum is occurring. Same thing with MACD. I've noticed when the MACD starts to dissipate, stochastic is also shifting gears. Okay, what that all tells us here is that we are at a point where the price action is either going to stabilize here, or it might drop to those lower fib levels. Okay, now I know that seems kind of crazy, right? Cash is telling me it might go down or it might go up. This is insane, right? Well, I got news for you. Trading is all about going up and down and confirming which direction you feel it's going to go the most, right? So that's why we look at different time frames. Daily time frames a little conflicting, but we're above all moving averages, and for the most part, there's mostly positive stuff here. Okay, so I'm not upset with this at all. But am I going to take a trade based on that one time frame? No. That's why we look at multiple time frames. Let's quickly verify on the 4-hour time frame we are under the 20-day SMA. That's potentially holding the price action in place at 132. There is a possibility of the price pulling back because of that. That's kind of the first thing you want to look at. And hey, we've been stuck under this here for about 8 hours now. That might be a consideration for the price pulling down. Okay, if we do pull down, we drop below the 50-day SMA on the 4-hour. There's a stronger chance we're going to hit 115 or 110 or $1. Okay, so again, some of those standard. This is the previous week high, And then this is the fib levels that are very commonly retraced to. Okay, so again, just some things that might happen. Is it a guarantee? No, but right now, tentatively, we're establishing lower low and a lower high. Okay, we establish another lower low. What do you know? We might get a bounce, or it may continue, and we're going to be establishing a trend line. So why don't we just go ahead and draw this out here just to be on the safe side. This is an arbitrary line on the charts. Do not focus on it. It's just simply letting us know the price is moving itself and aligning itself with a moving average, because this will likely start to move down. Okay, that's kind of how moving averages work. So all that having been said, we take a look at traditional RSI. We're staying above 50 and money flow index is low. This is usually a really good time to consider buying. I'm not saying that you should, but stochastic RSI is swinging up. Money flow index is bouncing off 50, or sorry, that is 30, and we're getting a potential pivot off 50 for the RSI. So again, I'd be patient here, but really good trades take place when RSI is right here at 50 and money flow is at 30 or 20. And then also another scenario where RSI is at 30 and money flow index is at 15 or close to 0, honestly. That does happen with overextensions. Again, that's mostly just an overextension pivot play, but not a reason to take a trade. However, in a bullish scenario that we've identified overall, you might have more luck with that, right? That's kind of the consideration. So again, I don't try to trade into luck, but that's generally something that you could look for and identify it as a possible tool in your trader's tool belt. Okay, let's move on to the hourly, see if we got any confirmation here. We're probably going to be above the cloud, which we are. But here's a consideration for closing your long position, because the lagging span is not free and clear. Conversion lines below the baseline, we've lost momentum, and we are, again, lower lows and lower highs so far. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us we want to wait. And I know, those are fighting words for a lot of people. And if you're watching this for me to tell you what direction it's going to go, sometimes we don't know what direction it's going to go. Truth is, right now, we got to play it safe, and we got to make sure that we know if we close above, this, just say 24 hours from now, the price is still where it's at. There's a strong chance the price will continue higher from there because it's consolidated in this range and a decent chance to bounce. Okay, if it pulls back and it comes down to this level, we're going to be within the cloud, and we have no reason or no merit to take a trade. Okay, and again, I like to try to reaffirm this here. When I say we do not want to take a long position, it doesn't mean you open a short instantly. Okay. Trading is not black and white, folks. There's a lot of gray area, and that 95% of trading is taking no trade at all. You'll learn this eventually if you consider watching my channel for a while. You'll realize that I analyze 20, 30, 40 coins a day. I might find one or good opportunities, okay? And maybe I'm selective, sure. And maybe you don't see a signal for a couple of days. That's all right. The truth is, when we take a signal and we send a signal, there's a lot more confirmation involved, and things that I'm looking for are present. So we don't have an identification to take a long or a short here at this point, so I would omit doing so. If you have a long position open, this is basically telling us that momentum is shifting and there's possibility the price might pull back. While we're still above the cloud, we have a lot of bullish continuation scenarios here. Nothing is 100%. So if you have a $10,000 portfolio and everything you have is invested in this one coin, you're doing it wrong. You need to diversify and make sure you're using low leverage, low position sizing so you can survive the ebbs and flows. If you've made a killing on this coin and you're in a good position right now, great, congratulations. I really hope that continues to work for you. I can just say that, luck will be a lady, and it's not always a situation for you to be able to take profit, or no, to be able to sustain a trade without taking profit. You can never be profitable if you never take a trade, or you never sell. One of those two. You get the idea. I'm kind of rambling. I'm sorry. I do this sometimes, but most of it's just mainly because I get challenged with a lot of folks that come to me with damaged portfolios because they listen to Tom, Dick, and Harry on Twitter, and they're taking massive longs and shorts with 50 to 100x, and I'm over here limping in with a 5x leverage trade. That's fine, but if you take a look at our trading history, I would much rather take this many 5x leverage trades to profit than to take one monstrous profit and write home to dad about it. Okay. Again, different stories for everyone. I don't know, but I just personally like to let the numbers do their thing. And right now, the numbers are not in our favor here to consider taking along. We got to be patient and wait for confirmation. So that's me. What are you going to do? Comment below. I'd love to hear it. And if you have any benefit, of course, love to hear that as well. Ultimately, love to teach and help people out. So thank you again so much for the wonderful feedback. And we got a lot of cool community members too. So jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, and be happy to help you out. Make sure you check out Bitunix. This exchange is partnered with us because they have no KYC or VPN. A lot of our US and Canadian members kind of are out of luck with a good exchange, and this is by far my favorite exchange I've ever used. And they're fairly new, which is really cool. So thanks, Bitunix, for an awesome opportunity, and thank you to my community members for the wonderful feedback. I'm glad it's working well for you. There is details down below for the trading competition going on right now. Be sure to check that out, and I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. We will see you in the next one. Take care.